A showdown between two teams intent on finding their way into the postseason. They're both in position now, but it's a crowded leaderboard. And so a good opportunity for someone to pick up a tiebreaker here on this Saturday afternoon. From Thornton Gymnasium, the campus of Aurora University, it is today's Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference women's basketball matchup featuring the visiting Falcons of Concordia University, Wisconsin, and the Spartans of Aurora University. Super glad you're with us here on this Saturday. We just saw a thrilling men's game with Aurora picking up the 70-69 win on a Nolan Boffman bucket with 7 seconds left, and now the Spartan women will look to complete a sweep of the weekend, or the Saturday set, I guess is more accurate. Aurora 14-2, 8-1. Second place in the NAC. Their current 9-game winning streak is their longest in 20 years, so they'll look to keep that one going. Held on for a wire-to-wire 76-66 win over Concordia Chicago, which they led for all but the first 10 seconds of the contest. It got a little bit interesting down the stretch, but they never did surrender the lead. Macy Kosin at 17 points to lead 3 players in double digits for Aurora. And they once again defended the three-point line well, as Concordia Chicago was brutal from three-point land. Aurora had a significant advantage on the offensive glass, and despite committing 12 more turnovers than the Cougars, were able to escape with the victory. So a good run for Aurora, who, best that I can tell in my research, is off to their best 16-game start in program history. Welcoming in the Falcons here, they're coming off of what could charitably be described as a particularly disappointing effort, as they shot a season worst 23% and were absolutely hammered into Pier by St. Norbert 81-36. The Green Knights shot north of 50% from the field, 42% from three, and the Falcons didn't put anybody into double figures. Lily Guerra had 9 points. It's been a strange season for the Falcons, who are 8-7, 7-3 in the NAC. Obviously in a pretty good situation right now, tied for 5th. It's not comfortable, but you're in the top 6. That's what's important. They've also lost by 33 times already this season, so times when things have started to go south for the Falcons, they've really gotten away from them. But then on the other side of things, the Falcons have also put together some pretty nice victories and have done well when they've been able to command the glass. They've won 8 of 9 times when out rebounding their opponent, but when they've lost the battle on the windows, they've lost all 6. Hasn't been a whole lot for Concordia, Wisconsin as far as recent competition. They've had only 1 lead change in their last 3 games. Their loss to St. Norbert obviously was not close. They had 3 20-plus, or rather 20 or 25-plus point losses, victories, my apologies, before that in CUC, Alverno, and IIT. And in fact, you have to go back to before Christmas, the last time the Falcons were involved in a tight contest, when they lost to Susquehanna 45-38. And that's the only time that that's happened since just after Thanksgiving. But we expect it to be a close one here. Game number 17 of the season for the Spartans, and it's on the way here at athletics.aurora.edu. The Aurora University Pep Band once again providing the national anthem. And with that, let's meet the starters. First for the visiting Falcons of Concordia University, Wisconsin. 2 seniors, 2 juniors, and a sophomore. They are the 5'7" sophomore from Deerfield, Wisconsin, Lindsay Lonegro. A 5'3" junior from nearby Yorkville, Lily Guerra. From Neenah, Wisconsin, the 5'9" senior Reagan Aubry. 6'1" junior from Clintonville, Wisconsin, Aaron Vergitz. And the 5'8", 6th-year senior from Hales Corner, Wisconsin, Emily Hafman. So again, the starters, Lonegro, Guerra, Aubry, Vergitz, Hafman for the Falcons. They're 8-7 on the season, but 7-3 in the NAC. And Stacy Brunner-Jones in year 19 at the helm of the Falcons. Looking for win number 329 today. Starters for the Spartans of Aurora University will be a senior, 2 juniors, and 2 sophomores. The Spartans are 14-2, 8-1 in the NAC. Ryan Rebson at the helm in year 5. It's the 5'9" sophomore from Beach Park, Illinois, Macy Kosen. 5'7" junior from Austin, Indiana, Jayla Mays. 6' junior from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Selena Vargas. From Moline, the 5'7", 5th-year senior Crystal Rios, and a 5'8" sophomore from Mount Prospect, Illinois, Elliot Duyutrek. Kosen, Mays, Vargas, Rios, Duyutrek for the Spartans. They'll go left to right in their home white uniforms, blue numbers, blue trim, and the AU logo on the front of the uniform. CUW in all blue with white letters and white trim. A little bit of gray trim on the uniform as well, I believe. It reads CUW on the front of the uniform. And with that, we'll be set for women's basketball here between second and right now, I think I said tied for 5th earlier, tied for 4th in the NAC standings on a busy day around the league as we begin to determine some clarity here with who will be playing in the final week of February to determine the NCAA tournament representative. Tip-off actually was mostly handled there by Vargas, but Falcons were able to run onto the ball, and they'll start it up here against the Aurora man defense. And here is Vergitz at the elbow outside for Lonegro, who's guarded by Rios. She'll give it up to Guerra on the left wing. 10 to shoot. Guerra steps to the top of the key and left the jump shot short. So Aurora gets a stop on the first possession. They get it up the floor for Duyutrek. Now Mays up at the top of the key. Kosen here on the right wing. Around the arc to Rios on the left wing. It's cut off here on the way back for Duyutrek. Now Rios tries to take it into the lane. The jump stop, the jump shot, no good, and the rebound will be tied up. So Aurora is going to keep it here. Officials for this one, Keith Lehrman, Bob Jenkins, and Neil Jeffrey. We'll put 20 on the shot clock here, and we'll try it again. Kosen inbounds, finds Rios on the left wing. Around the arc to Kosen, who flashes back out to the wing. Puts up the 3, and it's good. Made 5 of those on Wednesday on the way to 17 points against Concordia Chicago. Did not reset the shot clock, so they will take care of that. Kosen, the Spartans' leading scorer, just under 12 points per game. And Crystal Rios and Ellie Wolf up over 9 per game. For Concordia, Wisconsin, Emily Hafman leads the way. Just under 14 points per game, nearly 5.5 rebounds, and Reagan Aubry averaging 9. Trying to get the shot clock reset here, and we are set to go. 3-0, Aurora in front. Inbound is in, and Aubry has it here and nearly turned it over as Aurora got into a 1-3-1 look here, and look from Hafman at the rim, no good. Kosen gets the rebound, brings it down the far side to Duyutrek. A little spacing difficulty there, but everything's okay as Do Utrecht has it to the right wing for Kosen. Gets it on a give and go from Vargas. Outside to Mays, who steps to the elbow. Pivots, nearly traveled. I don't know how she didn't, to be honest. Do Utrecht now takes it into the post, has to throw it out. There's 5 to shoot, so Rios is going to have to get one up here. 1 on the shot clock, and her attempt was blocked by Vergets. So a good defensive possession by the Falcons, and they'll retake the ball. Falcons, a very good three-point shooting team. 34%, so Aurora will need to be mindful of that. One of the top 20 marks in the country. Here's a steal inside as Vargas was able to pick up the loose ball after the strip and then was fouled behind the play as Hafman picks up her first foul of this contest. On the other side of things, Aurora in the top 10 in the country in scoring, better than 77 points per game. In the top 15 with more than 47 rebounds per game. They lead the NAC in steals. They guard the three-point line to the tune of 21% against. That's a top 15 mark. So it's strength on strength here. Do Utrecht a look inside, missed. The offensive board for Vargas, so Do Utrecht gets it back. Kosen tries the 3 from up top. That's off the line, and the good rebound by Vergets. That'll be an interesting battle. Vergets against Vargas, a couple of 6-footers doing battle in the post today. Kosen goes over the back of Hafman here and picks up the first Spartan foul. It's 3-0. 7:23 remaining in our first quarter of action. Inbound goes into the corner where Lonegro was wide open, missed the 3. Guerra, standing 5'3", got the rebound in the lane and has it on the right wing. Bounces it to Lonegro and outside to Aubry, who hoists the 3 ball. That missed, and then Rios got the rebound and was undercut there. Guerra picks up the foul here. Rough start from the field for the Falcons. They missed their first 4 attempts. Vargas at the free throw line here for Aurora. Gives it to Kosen. Handoff Rios. Jump stop at the free throw line. She pivots, gets it back out for Mays, who turns the corner, is at the block. Throws it out to Rios, and then inside for Vargas, who did well to twirl around Vergets. Dropped it off for Do Utrecht, and she lays it in to give Aurora a 5-0 advantage here early. Aurora in that 1-3-1 now. Oh, looks like it is a man defense actually after all. Hafman outside to Lonegro. Oh, it is the 1-3-1. They have fooled me a little bit here, and I'm sure that's the point. Take at the rim didn't go. Vargas the rebound. It's pushed ahead for Kosen for the corner 3. That's good. The first 8 points go to the Spartans here in our first 4 minutes. Lonegro looking for a response. Guerra for the corner 3. That's well off the line, but Mays was handcuffed by the rebound, and Hafman drops it in. At 21 a week ago against Illinois Tech, but then held the 7 on 1 of 6 from the field against St. Norbert. So she'll look to get back on track here. Rios left wing 3, it's off the line. Rebound pulled in by Hafman, and ahead for Guerra, who's down the near side. Ball goes into the post, and Vergets put it on the floor. Mays picks up the loose ball, pushes it ahead. Here is Do Utrecht. She'll get to the line for a couple as Aubry will be called for her first foul. Team's third, 5:19 left in the first quarter, and we'll see some changes as Sam Barrett and Ellie Wolf check in for their first minutes. And we are seeing Ava Booth and Aubrey Buchholz come in. A freshman and a 5th-year senior as Do Utrecht toes the line. Up to 70% on the season after making the first one here. Gabby Moore also entered for Aurora, so it's Moore, Rios, Kosin, Barrett, Duyu-Trek. Wolf stayed at the table to replace Duyu-Trek, but Elliott missed. It's 9-2. It was Lonegro and Vergitz going off for the Falcons. The other three remain on the floor. Guerra picks it up, looks inside for Hafman. That was defended. Falcons saved that one, although I think it might have been going out off of Aurora. And then Aubry was pinned to the sideline, managed to get rid of that. Booth gets wide open for a left wing three as the shot clock runs down. Missed. Barrett gets the rebound and tries to get out from traffic. She's across the timeline as we're past the midpoint of the quarter. Barrett leaves it for Duyu-Trek, and she missed from in tight. Saw the whole rim. Didn't go. In transition down for Hafman, who's in the post guarded by Moore. Tried to get Moore up in the air. Did, and finished moving to her left. 9-4 the score, 4:23 left. A nice move by Hafman, who at 1,124 points, the all-time leading scorer for the Falcons. Moore for three, got it. 12-4 as the Spartans off to a nice start from deep. They're 3 of 5 from outside and into their zone. Buchholz, long two here from behind the free throw line, and it goes. And Buchholz on the board here. Barrett up top, feeds Kosin on the left wing. Pulls up from the top of the key for two, that's good. Macy's 3 for 4. 8 quick points. Nearing 3.5 to play in the first. Aurora up 14-6. Turnover here, Kosin with the steal, and Aubry gives the foul. That's her second. So now we'll see Lonegro return. Madeline Taubenheim is also in for the Falcons as Aubry and Guerra come off. Duyu-Trek and Rios head off. Wolf is finally able to enter, and Cameron Bullock, the freshman, in as well for the Spartans. 14-6. Wolf picks it up in the near corner, fires it up top. Kosin wants three more. No. Rebound batted out by Moore, and Barrett has it. Kosin feeds Wolf. Up top, Bullock for three. Knocks that down. 4 threes here in the first quarter for Aurora. 17-6 the lead with 3 to play in the first. They set up their zone. Taubenheim left wing. Heaves it across for Booth and into the corner to Hafman. Taubenheim make that Booth again with it here on the right wing. Pass to Buchholz in the interior, and Moore called for the reach-in. Second team foul. That'll allow Talia B to enter the contest. She'll send Kosin off here. Taubenheim inbounds. Early double-digit lead for Aurora. Inbound comes to Booth, gets into the lane, got it underneath for Buchholz, who ended up matched up with Barrett in the post. And B got a look going down the rim quickly the other way, but wasn't able to finish. Rebound for the Falcons. Taubenheim brings it up. Spacing not so great there as Booth couldn't get out of the way. Hafman faces up. Kicks it outside. Taubenheim wants the corner three and buries it. Well, I didn't think the Falcons would miss 4 3-point attempts before they knocked one in, but that's exactly what happened. 17-11 the score, 2:11 to play in our first quarter. Inside, Wolf, and a charge called. Now Ryan Rebson signaling he thought that was a flop. Well, I have the benefit of video. I don't know if I'll get a chance to take a look at it. Either way, Falcons with it. Hafman high post, faced up, dribbled underneath, is in trouble. Got rid of it to Buchholz, who got in tight, laid it in. Nice little run here for the Falcons as they pick up a few to close into within 4. 7-0 run, nearing 2 minutes without a point for the Spartans. Wolf has it at the free throw line, walks it out. Hands to Barrett on the right wing, who will take the deep three. No good. Long rebound, though, that Taubenheim wasn't able to haul in with one hand. So Aurora tries again. Barrett feeds Bullock off a screen for the corner three. That one rattles out. The rebound bounced to B and Taubenheim, and the jump ball goes to the Falcons. Hafman will come off. Vergitz is back in for CUW. Aurora scoreless over the last 2:12 after picking up a 11-point lead. They'll pick up CUW full. Vergitz to Booth, and now Taubenheim. Lonegro in the corner, feeds Vergitz on the baseline. Lonegro again, up top with 10 to shoot. There's Lonegro, free throw line. Buchholz, back iron, no good. B with the rebound. Pushes it to Moore. Feeds the post, and Wolf, she's fouled. I think they'll get Vergitz here. And indeed they do. Her first, team's fourth. Oh, I stand corrected. That's the team's fifth, so it will put Wolf on the line. A couple of free throws here for the junior from Greenfield, Wisconsin. 71% at the line. Makes the first free throw. A little bit of everything on Wednesday against CUC. 8 points, a career-high 9 rebounds, and a career-best 5 assists. Makes a couple of free throws here and has her first points of this one. Final 40 seconds of the first. It's 19-13 Aurora. Lonegro briefly doubled just inside the timeline. Now takes it underneath. Her feed was batted away, and Aurora has the steal. Wolf with it, threw it out of bounds, feeling the pressure from behind. Ryan Rebson thinking that the spacing needed improvement right there. Shot clock off here, 18 seconds left in the first. Falcons looking to draw a little closer here. Vergitz wide open just inside the right wing. Now out to Booth on the left wing. Buchholz gets a touch in the post, steps into the lane, gets the floater to go. There's 3 seconds left. Barrett picks this one up. Her one-handed toss won't get there. Spartans in front through 10 minutes, 19-15 after 1 here on Lancaster Court. This is Aurora University women's basketball. (19-15) Aurora after the first quarter here. They lead Concordia, Wisconsin. Elsewhere, Benedictine home to Alverno today. Concordia, Chicago hosts Wisconsin Lutheran. St. Norbert's at Dominican. Rockford is at home against MSOE. It's Lakeland at Edgewood. Marion on the road at Illinois Tech. We'll take you around the NAC at halftime. Spartans with our starting 5 here as we begin the second quarter. Mays is into the lane as Guerra went down. Mays calmly drained the mid-range jumper for her first points. Kosin, Mays, Vargas, Rios do you trek, by the way, the 5 if you're looking to keep track. Hafman back into the game for the Falcons. Brings rain with that 3, but knocks it down. It's a 3-point game. Lonegro, Guerra, Hafman, Vergitz, and Taubenheim the 5 as Aubry on the bench with a couple of fouls here. Rios gets a screen and a lane to the rim, but Vergitz with the block. 11th rejection of the season for Vergets. Spartans keep it 16 to shoot. 9-2 run for the Falcons over the last 3.5 and counting. Mays has it up top. Calling instructions, Vargas here. Handoff to Dutrek, who attacks. That was blocked by Vergets as well, but the ball's on the floor. Ended up being shoveled by accident to Taubenheim, who lost it inside the timeline. She's in trouble, and Stacy Brunner-Jones will call a timeout. Did not take one when the Falcons fell behind 11. And so we'll enjoy the benefit of being able to use it here. When you get to this part of the season, you start to take a closer look at what's left out there as you try to build your path into the NAC tournament. You know, a couple of teams that are very much in reach of that first round bye. Right now, Aurora in a position to get that. There's just a lot of basketball left for both of these teams, and it's the only meeting this season between these two, so this one could be very meaningful. Taubenheim here. Nearly missed Guerra with that pass. There's 7 on the shot clock. Guerra gets a screen, gets to the rim, and got it to fall. Nothing easy about that. The Yorkville High School alum. Only about 15 minutes away from here. 1-point game. A minute 40 into our second quarter. Vargas finds Mays. Pulls up from the elbow for the jumper. Left it short. And the rebound off a bounce for Lonegro. Finds Hafman on the right wing. Across the gym here for Guerra. Aurora in a man defense here. To the elbow, Hafman. Outside Guerra. There's 13 on the shot clock. Down for Lonegro. She's on the right wing to the baseline. Tries to turn the corner. Found a way to the rim, and it almost went from the toughest angle. It fell off back iron. Aurora the other way. Rios with it. Finds Vargas at the line. Takes it to the block. It was called for an illegal dribble. Both teams with 4 turnovers. Ava Booth back in, replacing Lonegro at this stoppage. The Falcons will try to take their first lead here. Guerra running the point. Taubenheim for Guerra. Dribbled it off of her foot. Now goes to Vergets, top of the arc. Booth. Vergets again, free throw line, and tried to work that underneath for Hafman and threw it to the wall of the gym. Aurora's managed to hold on to this lead. No one has scored in what feels like forever, and it's actually only been about 2.5 minutes. Kosin up top trying to stop that, and she does. And she's the first into double digits today. 11 points for her. That's her third three-pointer. 24-20, under 7 to play before halftime. Guerra outside. Rios almost a steal and a clear path. It goes to Hafman in the high post. There's a miss off the window, and the rebound to Mays. Ahead for Rios, who leaked out in transition. She'll lay it in for her first points. Missed her first 4 shots, on the board now. Spartans by 6. Falcons now 2 minutes without a point. Hafman has it on the far sideline. Dribbles left. Sends it to Guerra, had to reach to pull that one back into play. She moves left. Free throw line extended. Out to Taubenheim. 8 on the shot clock. Guerra leaks out. Has her 3 blocked, but the follow through got a piece of Kosin. And it'll be 3 free throws. And I think it would be fair to say that that might have been a bit of an unfortunate call there, as Kosin was And very much got all of the ball. So Guerra to the line. Now 11 of 13 on the season at the stripe, makes the first. I don't know. Second one goes. Up here, I thought that was all ball. But it was an opportunity for Guerra, and she buries all three. 26-23 now, 6 to play in the second quarter. Kylie Fishback is in for the Spartans. She replaced Du Utrecht, and Lana Groh is back in for Taubenheim. Here is Fishback on the baseline. Bounces it to Vargas, who wants the 15-footer. It's no good. Kosin the offensive rebound. It's the 7th offensive board for Aurora. Fishback is on the left wing. Dribbles to the baseline. Pivots there. Has to send it out to Mays. 8 to shoot. Mays out near the volleyball line. 3 to shoot. Swings it. Fishback. Long 2 and got it as the horn went off. And welcome to the contest, Kylie Fishback. Calmly draining that one. Spartans back up 5. Hafman was briefly in the middle of a triple team. As Aurora into that 1-3-1. Ball was tipped. Hafman still with it. Kicks it to Booth. Inside. 8 to shoot. Guerra's here. Taking it inside. And threw it up as she was getting fouled. Well, it's interesting as that is number 3 on Macy Kosin, who I suspect we won't see for the remaining 4:55 of our first half. Guerra back to the line after making 3 earlier. 5 points. Makes the first free throw. Averaging just under 8 points per game. Shooting nearly as well from 3 as she does from the field in general. 37%. And again, not a bad free throw shooter, but leaves the second one off the line. Spartans by 4. Gabby Moore replaced Kosin and had the ball a moment ago. Fishback here to Vargas, and now Moore picks it up. Has a screen, takes it inside, tries the reverse, and got it. 5 for Gabby. Spartans by 6, 4.5 remaining. Steal here by Rios. To Moore in transition, never caught it clean, and then Moore turned it over. Lana Groh then was pushed by Rios. That'll be the 3rd Aurora foul. First on Crystal. Barrett and Buchholz set to return for the home and visitors. Mays and Vergets off for the same. And Aurora has led for almost all of it. And have not trailed, haven't even been tied. Buchholz stripped. Barrett picked up the loose ball and was fouled. As that is Ava Booth's first foul. So Lily Guerra has a couple of fouls. Oh, Reagan Obrey had a couple of fouls. She did not, but is on the bench. We'll check on that. Moore outside Fishback to Barrett. A jump stop in the post and swings it out to Rios. 4-3 off the mark. Fishback tracks down the rebound. Finds Rios again. She'll try the wing 3 on the other side and gets it. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Rios does exactly that. Puts Aurora back up by 9 with 3.5 to play before halftime. Aurora in its 1-3-1. Ball got into the interior from Lana Groh. Nearly put it on the floor. Ball up top, Guerra, and now Buchholz near corner. Steps into a long 2. Took a couple of clanks on the rim that allowed Lana Groh to get the rebound. Now Hafman for 3. It rattles and goes. Now Hafman with 10 has scored a lot in her 101st game. Not a lot of defense on the way back, though. Vargas behind everyone. And she has her first bucket tonight. And then Hafman didn't collect that pass clean. It bounced off of her, and then Barrett. The Falcons will keep it. Vargas will go off here. Wolf is back in. Rios exits for Bullock. We've got 2:50 to play before halftime. Aurora leads 35-27. Inbound here to Hafman in the corner. Guerra and then Hafman again. Wide open for three. That one rattles and doesn't go. And Bullock gets the rebound. She'll pick it up on the long pass from Barrett and hoists the three. Didn't get it there. And the rebound tipped to Lonegro. Guerra finds Hafman. Tries to take it to the rim. Fouled on the hip by Moore with 2:19 to play in the half. Moore's second. And that'll be the last foul to give for Aurora here. Lonegro exits. Taubenheim is back in. Inbound comes to Buchholz at the block. Didn't get the angle right. Did get the offensive rebound. Puts it back up. Didn't get the angle right there either. Wolf the rebound. And it's Barrett across the timeline. Around a screen. Up top to Wolf for the straightaway three. Off the mark there. Aurora averages more threes than anyone in the conference. Just under 30 per game. They have 14 already. And then a failed rotation there leads to an easy two. 30-second timeout. Minute 48 remaining in the second quarter. It's 35-29. So quickly taking a look here. Macy Kosen, 11 points to lead Aurora. But 9 players with points. Only Kosen, Rios, and Moore with more than a field goal. So the offense has been distributed. Emily Hafman is 10 points, 8 for Aubrey Buchholz, 6 for Lily Guerra. And then Ava Booth, the most recent to get on the board here. She and Taubenheim with a bucket apiece, 2 points and 3 points respectively. 6-point lead, a minute 38 to play in the second. Talia B back in for Aurora, to Barrett for three. Off the line, the rebound for Hafman. Falcons look to close in. Taubenheim on the right wing as Aurora into a man defense now. Guerra in the corner for the visitors. Dribbles it out, feeds to Booth on the left wing. To Buchholz up top, 10 to shoot. That pass into the interior was well defended by B. Bullock ends up with the loose ball. Barrett to Moore at the top of the key. Final minute. Ball into the post for Moore. Tried the up and under and traveled. Must have lifted that pivot foot. Hafman will come off for the final 55 seconds. Lonegro is back in. Guerra on the left wing. To Booth. Top of the arc here. 38 seconds left. 13 on the shot clock. Lonegro tries to break down B. Goes outside for Guerra. Her three was off the line. There's a lot of boxing out. No one getting the ball until Bullock went over. And the shot clock and game clock are separated by tenths of a second. So it's on. And Aurora can take a shot clock violation, but not by much here. So they'll run it down and take the lead into the locker room. Will it be 2 or 3 possessions? Barrett with 8 to Wolf for the left wing three, and it is good with 5 seconds to play in the quarter. Falcons from half court. Guerra gets it off and got the rim, but it doesn't go. Aurora leads 38-29 at halftime over Concordia, Wisconsin. We'll bring you the totals. We'll go around the NAC. bring you the second half on Lancaster Court coming up. This is Aurora University women's basketball. Aurora University Pep Band entertaining us here at halftime. Aurora leads Concordia, Wisconsin 38-29. Glad you're with us. I'm Sean Fry. I'll take you through the first half from Lancaster Court here in a moment. Let's briefly go around the NAC. A couple of teams near the bottom of the standings. Marion at 3-6, and Illinois Tech also at 3-6, doing battle in Chicago. Sabres in front after one, 23-7. 8 points for Paris Harris. Kiara Williams is 5 points, 10 rebounds already. Illinois Tech is, to put it kindly, not shot it particularly well. 3 of 19 from the field and missed all 11 three-point attempts in that first quarter. Sabres with a healthy first quarter lead. At halftime, Edgewood leads Lakeland 44-37. Paige Banks leads the Eagles with 14 points. Emma Klein has 11. We'll see Edgewood here next week against the Spartans in what promises to be a very interesting contest. Casey Gardner leads the Muskies with 8. Halftime, a lead for MSOE, 26-14 against Rockford. As Skylar Flanagan leads the Raiders with 8 points. A very low-scoring half. No one with more than 6 for Rockford. Lexi Keating has that number. It's all St. Norbert at the break at Dominican, 50-24, as Casey Gerzak has 18 at the break to go along with 6 rebounds. Cameron Goodman leading the Stars with 7. Catherine Bennis, once again, not in the lineup for Concordia Chicago. Did not take the floor against Aurora earlier this week, and the Cougars trail Wisconsin Lutheran at halftime 37-20, as Ella Ten-Pass has 15 points and 11 rebounds at the break already, putting together a very nice performance so far against a cold shooting Cougars team that was outscored 23-3 in the first quarter and are shooting just 29% for the game. And already in the books, Benedictine defeated Alverno 62-29. Rylan McCory at 13 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and Megan Dazinski added 13 points as well in the victory for the Eagles. Here, for Aurora 38-29, the lead against Concordia, Wisconsin. Spartans 44% from the field, 14 of 32. And the same percentage from 3, believe it or not, 7 of 16. Makes sense. Divide 14 and 32 by 2, and that's what you get. So Aurora very consistent there, 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Concordia, Wisconsin at 41%, 11 of 27 from the field, 3 of 10 from deep, 4 of 5 at the line. Aurora +6 on the glass, including an 8-4 offensive rebounds advantage, and an 11-5 edge in second chance points. Falcons +4 in the paint. Aurora +4 off of turnovers. The Falcons at 8. Aurora had 6 turnovers. For Aurora, Macy Kosen, 3 3-pointers and 11 points to lead all players. And then it's a little all over the place. Crystal Rios, Gabby Moore, and Ellie Wolf all have 5 points. 3 points for Elliot Duutrecht, Cameron Bullock. 2 points apiece for Selena Vargas, who has 4 assists, 4 rebounds rather. Jayla Mays and Kylie Fishback. And then for Concordia, Wisconsin, Emily Hafman has 10 points, 4 boards, and 3 assists to lead the way. Aubrey Buchholz with 8. 6 for Lily Guerra, 3 for Madeline Taubenheim, and 2 for Ava Booth. Falcons start with the ball. They'll go left to right in blue. Aurora wearing white right to left here in the second half. Macy Kosen on the floor with 3 fouls, along with the other Aurora starters, Mays, Vargas, Rios, and Duutrecht. And the Falcons with the same here. Lonegro, Guerra, Aubry. Only played 7 minutes in the first half with a couple of fouls. Vergitz and Hafman. Lonegro, a jumper, doesn't fall, and Aurora gets a stop on the first possession. Won all 10 times when leading at halftime this season. Concordia, Wisconsin has lost 6 of 7 when behind at the break. Mays around a screen into the post, shovels it to Vargas at the free throw line. Her jumper was short, and the rebound for Aubry here. who pushes it ahead in transition, but Rios took it away. Ahead for Mays, 3-on-2 to Vargas, underneath, that was tipped. Trek ended up with it, and Aurora will reset. Vargas for Mays, who comes out to get it. Calls out signals. Her pass for Vargas was tipped, and then Vargas gives the foul. I think that she was caught between a handoff and a pass and not on the same page. CUW hasn't scored for nearly the last 3 minutes of game time, though. 2:55 and counting. Only bailed out because Aurora's missed 4 of its last 5 shot attempts. Vergets into the post, cut off by Vargas as Aurora into a man defense. Here's Hafman, back to the basket. Gets it back in from Vergets, and then Trek reaches in. Elliott's first foul, 8:37 left in the third. Where we were at halftime. 38-29, inbound to Guerra in the corner. To Hafman and Lonegro. Nine to shoot, here's Guerra, driving, that went off of a foot and out of bounds. I think they're going to discuss if that is a kick and should reset the shot clock. Certainly didn't appear there was anything intentional. Five to shoot, so nothing changes here. And then the inbound pass was swatted over the Falcons bench, and a few players needing to be alert down there. 4 on the shot clock, into Lonegro. 3 to get it off, and did get the iron, no good. Then Rios had the rebound, had it knocked out of her hands, and it went off of her, and that's unfortunate there. I thought there could have been a foul called. Regardless, 3:35 and counting here without a point for CUW, and a fresh 20. Aubry tries the hook and gets it to end that drought. 38-31. Now it's Aurora that hasn't scored in a while. Had a basket with 5 seconds to play in the second. And now 2:05 into the third. Vargas puts Aurora back on the board. 4-4 for Salina tonight. Hafman in the lane. An elbow for Vergets. Hafman again. It was an elbow-to-elbow pass. There's 12 to shoot. It's close to being a 5-second call. Hafman then left open on the right wing for 3. Didn't find the rim. Vargas the rebound, fouled by Guerra. Now Guerra, we had here for a couple of fouls. They did check down with the table. Reagan Aubry had a couple of fouls. Now Guerra picks up that second one. 7:23 to play in the third. Aurora has led for all but the first minute and 1 second. That's how long it took for them to score. No ties, no lead changes. Mays tosses this one up, doesn't fall. Offensive board, Rios. Putback didn't go. Through some contact there as well, and the Falcons able to bring it ahead. Aubry puts that one through. Well, Aubry didn't really get a chance to impact the game in the first half. I'll try to get her going here. She makes it 40-33. Back-to-back buckets for her first points of the game. Kosin swings it up top. Rios wants the 3 ball and doesn't find the rim. Falcons with it. Still a ways to go. They've been within a possession. Could not get level. Guerra into the post. That's Hafman. Goes to her left. Good take. Good finish. Timeout, Aurora. I don't know exactly what they called the whistle for then if it wasn't an Aurora timeout. Either way, Aurora with it here in the front court, now up by only 5. Mays goes to Vargas underneath for Duyutrek, plays it in. 5 for Elliott. Been relatively quiet here today. 42-35 Spartans. Vargas left all alone. A missed switch. An easy deuce for her first points. Now comes that Aurora timeout. 30-second timeout here while they discuss. And so the next standings certainly looking very interesting. St. Norbert right now cruising to a 10-0 start. Aurora trying to stay just a game back of them, and then Wisconsin Lutheran up comfortably against Concordia Chicago. If they can keep pace, would move to 8-2. And then there's Concordia Chicago and Concordia Wisconsin right now at 7-3, both trailing. Edgewood up on Lakeland. Those two teams are both 6-3, and then Benedictine has already gone to 6-4 with their win earlier. A lot of basketball left, but the positioning already beginning. Aurora in a situation where another win tonight would certainly take a lot of the pressure off to finish the job on a conference tournament bid. Could do no worse than 500 in league play. Mays takes it inside, gets it to rattle and go. Second field goal for the junior from Austin, Indiana. 44-37 the score. Aurora almost forced a turnover there. Kosen was all over Aubry. And then Mays was able to tip that pass out of bounds. Nearing the midpoint of the third. Aurora led by 9 at the break. They lead by 7 right now. Spartans not shooting it that well in this third quarter. Concordia, Wisconsin is, and they've still only been able to take a couple points off of the lead. Aubry for the corner 3 with the shot clock running down. Doesn't find the rim. Burgitz gets it out for Hafman, who tries again and splashes it. And she has 15. (44-40). The Aurora advantage. Kosen for Vargas. Back to Kosen around the screen and into a 3. No good. Great box out, though, and Mays just runs onto it and puts it back. Duyutrek and Vargas doing the work that time. Spartans back up by a full 2 possessions. Lonegro outside for Aubry, who's been effective in her minutes here in the second half. Down to Hafman. A good pass across the lane for Vergitz, who adds 2 more. 46-42. Got 4 minutes left. Quarter number 3. Vargas faces up at the elbow. Looks for a cutting Duyutrek, who gets fouled on the way to the rim. Second CUW team foul of this quarter. It'll be Lonegro's first. And we'll see some changes here. Barrett replaces Mays. We see Booth and Buchholz come in as Lonegro and it's like Vergitz come off. Wolf and Moore have gone to the table as well. Looks like Moore is waiting to replace Duyutrek. Wolf will come in for Rios right now. So Elliott to the stripe. Her second trip here. Split a couple earlier, makes the first one here. Hasn't really been able to get going in January, held to just a bit more than 6 points per game and 28% from the field. After a very good December. Up to 8 points, make that 7 points now after making both free throws here. Aurora goes up 6. Here as the third starts to run towards its conclusion. Some quick touch passing there, and Hafman has her 6th assist. As Buchholz puts it home, the latter has 10. Kosin the handoff to Moore at the other end as Aurora leads 48-44. Barrett into a runner at the line, and it goes. Sam coming off a career night on Wednesday with 11 points. First time into double digits for her. And now has her first points of this contest. Booth to Hafman at the free throw line. The drive no good. Buchholz then got the offensive board. Looked like Vargas almost tipped it back on her own there. Third team foul here on Aurora. Couple changes. B in for Kosin. Lonegro in for Hafman. Hafman, by the way, is just one off of her career high in assists. Buchholz to the line. Makes the first. 7 of 11 at the stripe this season. Fifth-year senior and the alum of Seymour High School in Wisconsin. Second one goes as well. And now we're trading buckets or free throw attempts here. As it's been 4, then it's been 6, then it's been 4, then it's been 6. It's 50-46. Final 3 minutes of the third. Ball into the post for Wolf, who gets fouled on the turn. And Booth picks up that one as Falcons give their third team foul. Oh, they'll get Guerra for the foul on the hold. Coming in late, that's her third. Joins Kosin in the 3-foul club. Vargas will come off here as Bullock replaces her. And Wolf to the line. It's the friendly roll on the first. Made a couple free throws earlier. Came in north of 70% at the line. A Spartan team that makes about the same percentage on the season. They've been historically, under Coach Ryan Rebsam, a very good free throw shooting team. Consistently in the top 3. Ellie with 7. 52-46 here. 2:47 left in the third. Here's Aubry. Aurora into that 1-3-1 defense again. Aubry gets it at the free throw line. Steps into a 10-footer and knocks that down. 6 points for Aubry. 1 of 8 shooting, turned it over 5 times on Wednesday at St. Norbert. Much more efficient here so far. Good entry pass, Moore to Wolf. Didn't get the left-handed finish. Falcons started up the other way. Booth tries to go coast to coast. Didn't get it to fall. The offensive board. Lonegro fouled on the putback. They'll get more. And that will be her third personal. Timeout Aurora. 2:13 left in the third. Full timeout here. Spartans up 52-48. This is Aurora University women's basketball. Aurora leads 52-48 here with 2:13 left in the third. Sean Fry here with you on this Saturday. And Lindsay Lonegro at the line here for a couple of free throws and misses that first one. Lonegro has not been to the line much this season. Now 8 of 13. Gets the second one here. We got a one-possession game. We've been here before, but Aurora's been able, in previous time, to stretch out that advantage. B gets fouled here by Lonegro on the reach-in. That's her second and CUW's last foul to give. So the last 2:03 here. We'll see shots on fouls. Bullock, Wolf, B, Barrett, Moore, the 5 for Aurora here out of the timeout. And then Lonegro replaced Hafman. That was the only change at that last timeout. More to be here on the right wing. Talia takes it inside to the block, goes to her left, pivots, has to swing it out to Barrett. 7 on the shot clock. Barrett looks to attack, stops, tries the pivot, has to throw one up at the buzzer. Did not get it. Now the Falcons can draw within one or get level, but Barrett with the steal, getting back on defense. And Bullock brings it ahead. To Barrett again. CUW in a man defense. A pick and pop for Moore, and then she had her pocket picked by Buchholz. Aubry runs onto it, one-on-one in transition, lays it in. It's 52-51 with 1:12 remaining in the third. Barrett quickly down the floor to B. Stops, gives it to Moore out in the short corner. Give and go with Barrett. Now Moore puts it on the floor, takes it underneath. Her pass to the corner was tipped out of bounds. Final 57 seconds here. Hafman and Guerra return. Lonegro and Aubry come off. And Barrett inbounds it here for Moore. 12 to shoot. Barrett gets it back. 7 to shoot. Barrett feeds B in the corner, 3 to get the shot off. B just puts it up and it doesn't fall, and the Falcons can take their first lead. 39 seconds in the third. Booth takes it to the block. Goes to Buchholz, and now Guerra on the left wing. She tries to take it inside, throws it up, gets it. Falcons in front. 7-0 run. For the last nearly 2 minutes of play, and now Aurora finds itself behind on the scoreboard for the first time. 10 seconds left in the third. Barrett gets a lane, kicks it. B, the baseline jumper doesn't fall. Hafman at the horn doesn't get it there. CUW leads through the half hour, 53-52. This is the 4th time Aurora has trailed through 3 quarters this season. We'll find out how it ends coming up. This is Aurora University women's basketball. And we wondered how Concordia, Wisconsin would fare in a close game. They haven't had a lot. More than half their schedule has been decided by 20 or more points. They have come back after trailing for nearly the first full 30 minutes. Take the lead with 27 seconds left in the third and have it 53-52 through 3. Sean Fry here with you. Aurora didn't score over the final 2.5 minutes of that third quarter. They have Mays, Duyutrek, Kosin, Vargas, and Rios, the starting 5 on the floor as they try to get back in front here. Handoff to Rios in the lane, missed from in tight. Rebound batted out to Duyutrek, who tried the jumper from the free throw line. It didn't go. And then somehow a jump ball was called there. I don't know that anyone ever had control, but a quick whistle, and the Falcons, who I think may have ended up with the ball anyway, will take possession. Hafman, Buchholz, Booth, Taubenheim, and Guerra, the 5 for the Falcons, who have won all 7 games when leading after the third quarter. Taubenheim gets into the lane. No support there, though, and it goes back out behind the arc for Guerra. Buchholz, top of the key for two. Doesn't go. Vargas gets the rebound. Spartans into their offense. Vargas to Kosin out on the left wing. Had a quiet second half. Hoists the three here. Not quiet anymore. Did not score in that third quarter. Buries her fourth three-pointer. And puts Aurora back into the lead, 55-53. And then that pass into the lane. And Aurora's going to take it after the loose ball foul on Emily Hafman. That's the first foul of the quarter, and it is a second foul on the sixth-year senior. Aubry back in. Booth comes off. I mentioned this a few times now. Aurora has won every game that they've led in any point after the first 2 minutes of the game. It seemed to be good news for where they're at, but this is far from over. 8:35 left, a 2-point Spartan advantage. Kosin, the pick and roll. Vargas outside Mays, wide open for three. No. Vargas batted that rebound to Rios, and she's fouled on the way back up. It's been a tough one for Crystal for much of the season. Shooting percentages far below her career averages. And 2 of 10 tonight, has 4 rebounds, make it 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and now has a chance to go to the line and add a couple to her 5 points so far. Make it 6 as she makes the first. 2-time all-conference selection here in the NAC. Went up over 800 career points for her career between AU and Dubuque. And closing in now on 700 here at Aurora. She's at, with that free throw, 693. 57-53 Aurora. Aubry. Reguera in the far corner. Aurora into the 1-3-1 zone. Kosin on the ball, goes to the corner for Aubry. 10 on the shot clock. Aubry walks it out to the wing. Finds Taubenheim for 3. It was a line drive and too strong. Rios the board. 7 and 6 for her. Aurora into its offense, and an offensive foul called here on Selena Vargas. No, on Jayla Mays. Her first. 9th Aurora turnover. Cleaned up that area after Wednesday. Verget's back in. Buchholz goes off. 12 points for Buchholz. She's 3 off her career high. Been very effective off the bench for the Falcons today. Hafman, left elbow here for the Falcons, one of the all-time greats for this program. Back to the basket, to her left, off the glass, no good. Vargas the rebound. He has 7 of those tonight. Pushes it ahead to Dutrek, stops at the block. Her shot falls off the rim. Loose ball foul. This one is on Vargas. Her third. Aurora at times has had some difficulty finishing at the rim. 3 minutes and counting without a basket for Concordia, Wisconsin. Aubry takes it to the block, stops, feeds Hafman, left open at the free throw line, and a surprising miss from there. Verget's got the rebound. Vargas tried to strip the ball and just picked up her 4th foul. So Moore's going to come in for her. I think Ryan Rebson would like an explanation and also a timeout. I wonder if that 30-second timeout is more about trying to get that explanation here as well as he continues to have that conversation. So they'll discuss. I imagine the players will discuss as well. We have 7:07 left. It's 57-53. Falcons, well, we'll make it a full timeout after all. Changed his mind. Full timeout. We'll step away. This is Aurora University women's basketball. Lots of basketball left to play. It's a 4-point game. Aurora up 57-53. We have 7:07 left. Moore replaced Vargas at that stoppage before the timeout. Inbound to Aubry, who hops her way to the rack, missed. Got her own rebound, missed the putback. Through traffic, and Moore hauls in the rebound. Aurora will try to stretch this to 2 full possessions, or they can find a way to get number 4 open, perhaps to 3 possessions. How about Moore? Fought 3, drives instead, gets the scoop. Gabby with 9. Gabby had 10 points, matching her season high on Wednesday after 9 over the weekend against Lakeland, and a turnover from the Falcons. And cut off my thought that Moore is starting to get heated up here for Aurora. Now almost 4 minutes without a bucket for Concordia, Wisconsin, and the Falcons will take timeout. 6:32 left. Halftime in Chicago, Marion leads Illinois Tech 39-16. Paris Harris has 11, Kiara Williams 7 and 13 for the Sabres. Edgewood with about the same amount of time left there as we have here, leads Lakeland 77-62. Edgewood 6 and 3 in the conference standings, are headed here on Wednesday next week. Ellie Felsinger's picked up 18 for Lakeland, but Paige Banks has 25. And Kenzie Sentner has a double-double for the Birds. 11 points, 11 assists, and I think we can officially put the triple-double watch on as she has 6 rebounds as well. MSOE leads Rockford early in the 4th, 38-24. Skylar Flanagan has 18 to lead the Raiders. 22 points for Casey Gerzak as St. Norbert leads Dominican 74-39. How about this for a line? Olivia DeClean, 7 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 9 steals. And then Wisconsin Lutheran hammering Concordia Chicago 63-32. Emma 10 pass, 18 points, 15 rebounds for the Warriors. Benedictine defeated Alverno earlier today. Here is Do You Trek for 3. That one hops over the backboard. 6:16 left, 59-53, the Aurora advantage. But since taking the lead, that's the devastating scoreless drought for CUW. Still has not scored in this 4th quarter. Hafman tries to change that here and does, ending what was a 4.5-minute stretch in total without a basket. 59-55 though, they're not out. Not by any stretch of the imagination. That's their first 6 tries though from the field here in the 4th. Moore drives. Was blocked by Vergitz. And then her pass to Aubry was tipped out of bounds. Rebounds are close. Aurora +3 with turnovers. +3 meaning 3 fewer in this case. Ball on the floor here. Mays forces the turnover, 2-on-1 in transition. Do You Trek missed. Rios tapped it off the backboard to herself and put it back. She has 9 points. Aurora picks up the Falcons full. They lead 61-55. Here is Taubenheim in some trouble, does beat the clock though. And Aubry has it. Aurora into a man defense. Vergitz is at the top of the key. Guerra, near side. The head fake, the drive, and the miss. Mays the rebound. Past the midpoint of the 4th, Mays down the floor in transition for Kosin, who couldn't haul it in. Led Macy just a bit too much. So a couple of changes. Let's reset the lineups. Moore, Rios, Mays, Kosin, and Wolf, last of whom just entered. Hafman, Guerra, Vergitz, Aubry, and now Lonegro, who just came into the game and brought the ball up for the Falcons. 4:40 left, 61-55, Spartans in front. Ball to the corner for Guerra. Floats the pass up top to Aubry. Inside, Hafman, tough move, missed, got her own rebound, missed again, nearly got a third rebound, but this time it went off of her and out. She protests, but is not going to win that argument. Guerra heads off, Booth comes in. I have to think this is probably the Yorkville Juniors' final breather. Another stretch without points for the Falcons. A minute and a half plus, closing in on 2. Moore, top of the key here for Aurora. Dribbles to her left, looks inside, gets it to Wolf inside the elbow. To her right, off the glass and good. Ellie with 9. Spartans with a 3-possession lead, under 4 minutes remaining in the fourth. Vergets fouled as she tried to haul in that pass. Rios gives it, that's her second. It's going to be the 4th team foul as well. So keep an eye on that as the Falcons will shoot free throws on fouls after this ball goes in. For Lonegro to Hafman. 17, 6, and 6 for her tonight. Booth to Hafman inside the elbow. Back iron, no good. Rebound tipped. Hafman hauls it in. Out to Lonegro, who drives and got the angle right. Her first field goal. What a time for that. Makes it 63-57. But only 3:20 remains. Aurora now just trying to close it out. Work to do. Kosin for 3. It's a huge one, and it goes. 17 for Macy in back-to-back contests. Timeout, CUW. Full timeout here with 3:07 to play, and Aurora up 66-57. This is Aurora University women's basketball. Not much time left for Concordia, Wisconsin to avoid a sweep. They have won 19 of 22 contests against Aurora all time, but lost the last meeting 76-64 last season. Not over yet, though. A lot can happen in 3:07. Guerra is back into the game. Lonegro, Aubry, Hafman, and Vergets the 5 for the Falcons as they look for one last flurry. Vergets out to the left wing. Guerra wide open for 3 off a screen and rattles it in. And she has 11. Falcons will pick up Aurora full. Sam Barrett is in for the Spartans. Kosin, Moore, Wolf, and Rios, the other 4 for Aurora. Rios here with it. She takes it to the rim, steps into the lane, muscled it over the iron, but missed. Then Wolf couldn't get the putback, and Wolf then, Rios rather, goes over the back for her 3rd foul, and it's going to put Vergets on the line for 2. 66-60, 2:29 remaining. And Vergets goes to the line. And a quiet day for her. 4 points, 5 rebounds, but has had 4 blocks. She struggled at the free throw line this season at 52% and misses the first one here. Second try for Vergets is good. Lead is 5. As the Falcons look to press, Aurora handles that one easily. Wolf is across the timeline. Kosin gathers it. And now to Moore. Handoff to Kosin, who takes it inside. The handoff to Rios was off the line, and the loose ball is picked up by Aubry. She was double teamed at the timeline. Gets rid of it to Lonegro, and then Vergets threw it right to Rios. 2 minutes left. Kosin tosses it inside for Moore, who gets it up and through. And Gabby has 9, Spartans by 7, 1:48 left. Oh, a golden opportunity for the Falcons a moment ago to get within a possession, and it ends up being perhaps a 4-point swing. Lonegro here on the right wing takes it to the restricted area, missed, got it back, and missed the putback. Final 90 seconds. It's 4-on-2 here. Barrett for Kosin, who wants to put it away here. She missed, and the rebound is taken in by Vergets. Well, that would have well and truly put it away, as is. Falcons still with the chance. Hafman stepped around Moore and didn't get it to the rim, and she'll give the foul. 1:07 left. CUW has to give a few now. That's just their third. It's Hafman's third. I think CUW, if they can't force the turnover, need to give the foul right away. Goes into Kosin, who doubles back. Guerra reached in, and then Hafman came over and was onto the shoulder of Kosin. So now that's 4 on her. We're into the final minute. AU men's volleyball team plays here in about 1 hour and 20 minutes. They've been watching and cheering on the Spartans. Now they go off here as they get ready for their contest tonight. Still not over here yet, though. 68-61. Guerra fouls Barrett. And Sam will go to the line for a couple here after the 5th CUW foul. And so with, by the way, Marion up 34 at Illinois Tech in the third. And Edgewood leads Lakeland by 10 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Barrett to the line here, rattles the first one in. MSOE leading by 17 with 2 minutes left, and then with St. Norbert, minute 40 from closing out, a near 40-point victory over Dominican, and Wisconsin Lutheran up by 40 midway through the fourth at Concordia, Chicago. And again, with Benedictine's win already secured, we have a timeout here by CUW with 58.3 seconds left. So if the results hold, it would be the 10th straight win for Aurora. And we would have ourselves quite a logjam in the standings as St. Norbert a game clear of Aurora at 10-0 and 9-1. Wisconsin Lutheran just a game behind the Spartans at 8-2. Then a three-way tie for fourth: Concordia, Chicago, Concordia, Wisconsin, and Edgewood. And then Lakeland and Benedictine tied for seventh. And then after that, Illinois Tech, Marion, MSOE, Rockford, Alverno, and Dominican, neither of whom have much margin for error at this point, with at least 6 conference losses for each. Lonegro for 3 here, gets it to pull the Falcons within 6. And they will put a second and a half back on the clock here, 51.5 seconds. 70-64 now. Kosin takes the inbound pass to Wolf. And she was stripped from behind by Hafman. Falcons try again. Here's Aubry for the quick 3. It's short. Rios gets the rebound, gives it to Barrett, and now she'll try to run the space to Kosin here. 5 seconds between the shot and the game clock. Lonegro goes over and fouls. And Barrett now needs to likely only make one here to make this too difficult for the Falcons. They do have a timeout and the possession arrow. But only 27.8 seconds left. So Barrett, after making a couple earlier, pours in the first one here. 71-64. A second try for Sam. She'll make both just for good measure. And so Concordia, Wisconsin will take its final timeout. Quickly through the totals here, Aurora at 40% from the field, but just 11 of 30 in the second half. CUW, very good from the field in the third, but frosty in the fourth, just 4 of 16. Anyway, Aurora 9 of 23 from 3, 39%, 13 of 14 at the line. CUW right now 25 of 58 for 43% from the field, 6 of 17 from outside, and 8 of 11 at the line. Aurora +2 on the glass, +3 on the offensive boards. Spartans +8 off turnovers, -10 in the paint, +3 on second chance points, +4 on fast break points. Macy Kosen matched for the game high with 17 points, and 9 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 steals for Crystal Rios. 9 points for Gabby Moore, 9 points, 4 rebounds for Ellie Wolf. 7 points for Elliot Duyutrek, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists for Jayla Mays. 4 points, 7 boards for Selena Vargas. 3 points for Cameron Bullock, a couple for Kylie Fishback. And Emily Hafman, 17 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists to lead the Falcons. Lily Guerra has 11 points, 8 for Reagan Aubry, 6 for Lindsay Lonegro. 5 for Erin Vergitz. 3 for Maddie Taubenheim, 2 for Ava Booth. I forgot about 12 points for Aubrey Buchholz. After Aurora gets one last stop, they get the ball into the front court. Wolf is fouled, and she'll have a chance to add to the totals here. And we'll see Taubenheim come back in here. And so with the win, Aurora will move to 15-2 on the season, 9-1 in the NAC as they remain in a solo second place. And worth noting here that this is their only meeting with CUW, so this would stand in as a tiebreaker. And another similar situation coming up in the weeks ahead against Wisconsin Lutheran. They'll only play them one time. The Warriors just a game back. CUW will fall to 8-8 on the season, 7-4 in the NAC. Guerra for 3, well off the line. Moore with the rebound, and that, I thought it would have done it. Guerra gets a steal here. There's only a few seconds left. Taubenheim into a 3 at the horn. That'll change the final totals and give her 6 on the day, but will not change the final result. Aurora with the win. 73-67 over Concordia, Wisconsin. Aurora back in action here on Wednesday in a showdown with Edgewood at 7 o'clock. The Eagles in that 3-way tie, or likely to shortly be in that 3-way tie with the two Concordias for that 4th place. Again, if the results hold currently. And for Concordia, Wisconsin, home to Dominican. Let's try that again. Home to Dominican on Wednesday before spending the upcoming weekend in Nebraska for the Concordia Invitational Tournament. You got AU men's volleyball coming up. Bill Downing will be on the call of that one as the Spartans open the season against New York University. We hope you'll join us for that. Big thank you to the entire AU Game Day crew for making this happen. Also to the facilities team. My cameraman Malik Van Dyke, couldn't do it without him as well. The final, start with the men. AU over CUW 70-69, and then here, women's hoops goes to Aurora as well, 73-67 over Concordia University, Wisconsin. My name is Sean Fry. We'll see you next time for Aurora University women's basketball at athletics.aurora.edu.